Hey there, Simon here from AQ Outdoors and just checking in with a quick comparison on the newly designed Level 6 Ace and King whitewater spray skirts. We're going to discuss some of the similarities, the differences, and then a bit of a summary and how it might line up for you. The similarities, both are designed for whitewater paddling and both are designed with a rand. So they're traditionally a little bit harder to put on, but also more watertight than a bungee style skirt. The main common thread is the neoprene that these skirts are built with. So they're built with a limestone based neoprene, so it moves away from the traditional petroleum based product that neoprene is. A couple of benefits here is it's much more environmentally sustainable, but the limestone neoprene also won't dry out like petroleum based neoprene will, so it's allowed Level 6 to put a trimmable tunnel in both the Ace and the King spray skirts. So for women or shorter waisted people, you now don't have to deal with bunching of the tunnel up around under your armpits. You can trim it down, and with this limestone based neoprene, it doesn't fray and dry out, so it won't deteriorate over time. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the individual skirts, beginning with the Ace. The Ace is currently Level 6's top of the line whitewater spray skirt and is built with Class 4-5 paddlers in mind. It has a very stiff rand, about 40% stiffer than the King, which does make it a lot harder to put on, but does dramatically reduce the risk of implosion in a dynamic whitewater environment. It also has a Kevlar reinforcement in the high wear areas, which helps prevent damage. One bit of anecdotal feedback I've gotten from this skirt is that for instructors doing a lot of boat over boat rescues, this really reduces damage to the skirt in those high wear areas, so that's something to consider for sure. As mentioned in the overview as well, it's made of that limestone neoprene and it does have a trimmable tunnel with the rubber sticky bits on the top and the bottom, so even if you cut it shorter, you'll still have those sticky rubber pieces which hold the skirt in place while you're paddling. We flip that over and we also have that same sticky rubber on the inside, which helps reduce the likelihood of implosion even further. So in a nutshell, high performance whitewater spray skirt designed with sort of Class 4-5 paddlers in mind. The downside of it is that it is quite a lot harder to put on than say the King, which we'll move into next. So the King is actually my choice of skirt as an instructor, even though there is more abrasion resistance in the Ace. The reason being is I'm in and out of my boat quite a lot, and the rand on the King is considerably stretchier, so it's much easier to put on the boat. So because I'm in and out of my boat all the time and that implosion resistance isn't my priority at the moment, I tend to gravitate towards the King. So the main differences are simply that we have a stretchier rand, making it easier to put on and take off. And then you have Rotex reinforcement instead of Kevlar. The Kevlar reinforcement has a higher abrasion resistance, so over time it will last longer. However, I've found that this is more than enough to keep the skirt in great shape with quite a lot of use. It also has the trimmable tunnel, and everything that the Ace has is all essentially the same. It's the same material, but just has that stretchier rand and it has a slightly different reinforcement material. So that's it, that's the Level 6 King and Ace whitewater spray skirts in a nutshell. Both are designed with different user groups in mind. I would say that the King is designed more for that Class 3-4 paddler. The Ace is very much geared towards more of a Class 4-5 paddler, and the main difference there is the stiffness of the rand and how much implosion resistance you get from each of them. For me personally, I like the stretchier rand. It's easier to get on the boat, get in and out a lot with teaching. If I was paddling Class 5 all the time, I think I would lean towards the Ace. One of the only downsides I've really seen from these skirts overuse in the last little bit is just that we've had some customers struggle with the sizing. From what I understand, Level 6 have addressed that this year, so I don't think that's a problem moving forwards, but especially with the Ace, you want to make sure that you're strong enough to get it onto the cockpit of the boat that you're going to be using for the most part, because even subtle cockpit size changes can make quite a big difference in that regards. So that's it. Thanks for checking out our video review there. If you'd like more information, please stick it in the comments below, and you can find more information about us at aqoutdoors.com.